We're now looking at the 4400 series, which is a color shift, compiling of gems, flares, and highlights. Now, back onto the same panel, and I'm laying down one or two ultra-light coats of Hi-lite blue. Hi-lite blue is a pearlescent effect, but it's only visible at a certain angle. Very, very light coats needed for this. And when this panel is clear coated in the sunlight, you will not actually be able to see the Hi-lite blue until it interacts with the light. I'm just laying down a couple of coats of base coat Cedar Dark over a few practice helmets. Again guys, on that first coat you must always be able to see the underlying primer. Okay, the first color I'm using here is Gem Turquoise, which color shifts from blue to green. Quite often these paints are not actually noticeable in booth light or in artificial light. They really have to be clear coated for maximum effect. However, already you can see it starting to transist. You can see the blue and the green sheen coming off the surface. Again guys, loads of multiple passes, lots of air, very little paint. And on the second and subsequent third coat you can now see the paint starting to have its effect. However, whenever this is cleared and out in the sunlight, it is absolutely dramatic. I haven't put anything over this, there's no hot rod sparkle, there's no nothing. This paint is just 3 light coats straight out of the bottle. And you can see it transisting there from blue and interacting with the light right through to green. The next color I'm using is Flare Tint Bronze. Same idea, it's a color shift paint. However, the flares tend to be a little bit more subtle than the gems. The gems are quite sparkly, quite aggressive and an abrupt shift, whereas the flares transist a little bit more. And again, the full effect is not apparent until it's clear coated and actually out in the sunlight. Now I'm actually shooting these over black, and that's really just for maximum effect. However, you can do variations and make these paints become almost unrecognizable. Here's a 3-colored pattern: base coat Cedar Dark, iridescent electric blue, and mango orange. What I'm doing is I'm laying down Gem Ruby, and I'm putting 3 light coats of color shift Gem Ruby over the top. Gem Ruby goes from like a mallard green to a brick red. However, by putting it over a different color, I get a completely different effect. It doesn't affect the paint's ability to transist in light, it just simply gives you a completely different color and a completely different scenario. Again, it's the gem line, so expect that ultra high sparkle coming off it, but you see the green tones there? And when it changes, every panel, every color of the panel changes a completely different scenario. Bottom line is experiment.